Today, we cook. Or rather, should I say, we bake. Now you might ask, what is it that we are cooking today? Jammie Dodgers, of course. Because what is a more iconic piece of English culture than a tea cookie that you can buy out of a box? One more thing. I'm going to be taking my recipe today from Sainsbury magazine, which is like a British cooking magazine. But bad news, it's all in grams. So we're starting my conversion practice right now, today. Okay guys, so step one is obviously going to be prepare ingredients. That magazine though is only like telling me how to make the cookies. That recipe just says to use like jam in a refrigerator, but we're not lazy like that. We're gonna make our own jam. So I'm gonna be using a recipe from the New York Times. Why? Because if I can trust them to make my mini crossword every morning, they can teach me how to make jam. And yeah, it basically just says you need fruit and sugar and insane skill. So we have 2 out of 3 and we're gonna see how it goes. Additionally, we're going to preheat the oven to, what does it say over here? To 180 degrees Celsius. Hey Siri, what is 180 degrees Celsius? Step 2, dry ingredients. The next set of ingredients is just going to be an egg, and since I don't have vanilla extract, I'm going to be substituting it with a little bit of honey. Now we mix. Now we're going to put the dough on this will be lightly floured surface, and we're just going to knead it out, and then we're going to wrap it in cling wrap, and it's going to go in the fridger for like half hour, 40 minutes. Gonna listen people playing safer. 4, 3, 2, 1, see you later. Crazy girl shit, gonna go spring breakers. Gonna go spring breakers. Gonna go spring breakers. On the flip side, now we make the jam. Okay, so after reading a little New York Times article, I learned 2 things about jam making, guys. Rule number 1 is going to be about like pectin, which is like this naturally occurring. We're going to pour the berries into the pot. Apparently you're just supposed to let the berries and the sugar sit there for a while, and apparently this is a guessing game. This is a choose your own adventure type cooking style, says the New York Times. No. I put some raspberries in. It's really not looking that full. And it said you can mix fruits together, so I'm going to be doing a raspberry strawberry jam. Okay, so you're supposed to use like 1/4 to 3/4 a cup of sugar per pound of fruit. This is about 1 pound of fruit. I'm going to go in the center and say 1/3. So it's been about 20 minutes now. And we're gonna kind of just sit here and stir the jam every 5 minutes for another 20 minutes. Okay, so now we move on to step 8. I didn't vocalize step 7, but step 7 was the jam test. Now we're gonna do the cookie cutting. This is gonna be like the big one, and then we're gonna use this little tiny flower to like go inside of it. So now we're gonna move on to step 9. Cookies ready. Jam ready. Now we will put together. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is how you make a Jammie Dodger. Voila. And now it's time for the questions. We have the cookies, and I just want to show you these Jammie Dodgers I got from Publix. Just to show, because they're kind of cute. This is a little hard in the center. So, question 1. Provide a history and context of the dish and its relationship to your country. They're just a generally very popular cookie. Taken directly from the company website, Foxburg's Companies. Jammie Dodgers have been delighting biscuit lovers since their introduction in the 1960s. Named after the comic book character Roger the Dodger from the Beano, these biscuits have become a cultural staple in the UK, beloved for their unique taste and playful design. Additionally, I found this from the Huffington Post. It says that the little heart in the center was actually named after the Queen of Hearts nursery rhyme, which I thought was really fun. Okay, number one, why did I choose the dish? So when I was looking online, for some reason, like the only thing that was like a must-have in the UK that wasn't like a tea or like a lemon biscuit that was brand name was a Jammie Dodger. And also, that was from like a local magazine. And then the Time Out International Market, I read this and I really related to it. I watched Doctor Who last year and there was this one scene where they talk about Jammie Dodgers and I got really confused. They're like, oh, well, the Americans got really confused by this. That was me. I connected them. Like, I'm going to do this. We're going to make that. 3, was it hard to find the ingredients? Did you do the grocery shopping yourself for the dish? It was not hard to find the ingredients. Very normal. Did I do the grocery shopping myself? No, my parents did it generously for me because I don't have my driver's license. 4, basic steps. Were they easy and hard? Did I understand the directions? Directions, a little bit difficult. The steps, all listed in the video prior to this. Yeah, I'd say the directions were hard as you could see me struggling over Celsius, mostly because I just don't know metric conversions. But they were pretty understandable. Yeah, they're pretty decent. 5, how do you feel about your finished dish? Did I like it? Did I share it with anyone? I shared it with my family. I liked it as much as someone that isn't really a big jam fan could do. And I'm pretty proud of it because why? Jam is kind of difficult to make, and I think I did really well on my first try. Nothing got burnt. That's all I can ask for. 6, would I make the dish again or order it from a menu in my host country? My dish can be ordered in a menu, and I don't think I buy them from the store because these just weren't as good as the ones I made. Yeah. I think I would make again for like a potluck though. And 7, feel free to share my creative overall thoughts and what would be like to eat in your host country. Eating my host country, I think I'm kind of going to avoid traditional British food and definitely go for like more like cultural microcosms in the area. I think there's a lot of good Korean food, a lot of good Ethiopian food, Indian food, so I'm really excited for that. And anything else I'd like to share? This is kind of a completely unrelated note, but I hope you enjoyed like Brat by Charlie XCX playing in the background of the video. I thought, oh, she's a British singer, maybe it'll be fun, maybe it'll add something, make this video a little bit more entertaining. But that's neither here nor there, and I hope you enjoyed me making Jammie Dodgers today.